Yeah, well, I like going to the old dances. Although I wasn't very good at dancing, followed the old show bands. Brenton Boyer. Brenton wrote in his book, he said if I wasn't the best footballer in Ireland, he would do the hucklebuck on top of the Huggins down.
Paddy Doherty, sharp shooter to look. Sending that one over.
Maybe when the lights are down low.
The amazing Paddy, who has already scored a goal and 21 points.
Go! We'll do the humble bump. We'll do the humble bump. If you don't know how to do it, then you're out of luck.
Passes to Paddy Doherty. Paddy Doherty over the bar and another point for down.
Baby, and you move it all around. Wriggle like a snake.
And in there is Paddy Doherty, who seems to be everywhere.
Do the hockey.
Nuair a tháinig fud an dána nó chun cín as chun den dún in éidir na gaogadí, is it imreoir bháin go speisialta bhí an chaint. Paddy Doherty nó Paddy Mo mar a thug idir chara agus chéile córaicéir.
Scríomh Christy Brown láir agus an teidil bhí ar an áir sin ná my left foot. Sílam gur ceart Paddy Doherty láir agus an teidil céine scríomh. Mar bhí citóg iontóg ag Paddy.
An unbelievable footballer, a clean footballer, a man that played the ball at all times, a man who got some amazing scores with that left leg. And I would say would rank with any of the best forwards that ever played the game.
Ba fear an gaisciúil bhí an. Dúirt sé bhfuil bháin sílim gur seabhaid níos fearr ná Pat Spillane, agus nach bhuaich Spillane na scórannaí a forsa héin. Agus dóilm sa go bin sais féin winín, agus léire sé an féin winín sin is the Cluffy Móra.
Níor hanig sé tríd chóras na galistí. Ní bhuair sé an ilibhaint a bhí ag alán daoine eile ar an agus cibé skillanna a bhí aige, go bhí neart skillanna aige, bhí sé aige ón nádor. É héan a chrucha éad, é héan ar dorbar éad, is dócha sa cúil gáardí na mala cinlar an nó cibé áit ach ba léir nuair a hanig Paddy amach ar an farc gur rud ag an speisialta an sin.
Bhí gach sais skill ag Paddy Doherty. An rihéanaar agus an sidestep a bhí aige. Bhí sé anjackar dó cosantóir stop a cur leis.
Brian Johnston to Paddy Doherty. And Paddy Doherty has a chance. And trying a beautiful ball in the back of the net.
Maidir leis na kicking a sear. Bhí sé ionta levéal mar gana. Ní chailead sé a fócas. Is cuma céan sort clecha bhí an cé go táhacht agus a bhí an kick. Bhí níró ardar bí ag Paddy ar rudar bí eile. Seachas an rud sin a dhéanamh. Bhí sé iontach mar sin, bhí sé abalta na mochachain a cheansú mar a ddeartha agus an job a dhéanamh.
Well, now, this old saying is practice makes perfect, and I practiced maybe 7 nights a week. That's all the fun you had in the 60s, was in the football field, kicking into goals and start on the 21-yard line and move back. Well, I took the ones on the right and in front of the goals. So Sean took the ones on the left, but I liked the ones dead straight in front of the goals. They were the easiest.
Paddy Doherty then coolly sends over another point for down, but surely it is not going to be all that easy.
Og Paddy Doherty fear aide go hen. Níor chaise an níor ól cheriab, ba sír clóa, sin an gharim a bhí aige.
It was a healthy old job, the bricklaying. Whenever I arrived on another site, I put the goal posts up. It said one time in the paper that I practiced putting the ball through windows at dinner time to give me more accuracy. But my practice mostly was done in Ballykilner on the field.
Bhí an bhuiníige as a chumas héin. Ní chuideach sé rómhór dá meach cicéirce a brathir.
Well, my main plan was to score a goal, no matter how she went in. But sometimes I placed it and sometimes I just shot hard, and lucky enough she hit the net.
Outside of the 21-yard line. Paddy Doherty takes the kick. It's another goal. Down are 2 goals in front.
There's a little boy, shooting arrows in the blue, and he's aiming them at someone, but the question is at who? Is it me, or is it you? It's hard to tell until you're hit, but you'll know it when they hit you, 'cause they hurt a little bit.
Rach túir mo gut grab mástrucht to get her a belle go ní. Ní far fiach for láidir a bhí ánach sin an cuma bhí ar bhíoh sé crumha beagáín ach bhí anna smachta gar a bell. Agus dar nó anna haíige soccer coma.
I got a chance of going for a trial with Lincoln City. I stayed 8 weeks. I was homesick for the mountains of Mourne. Morris Hayes and Father Dara, Lord of Mercy on him, was the two people that brought me home.
Agus is kind of scríb heige gan am son a rá go raibh míid a chur for in le chéile go raibh seans go móid míid rud éigin agus dochaigh sé bháilú, go bhéidir go ndéana míid bart agus tháinig sé bháilú son.
Well, I knew I was going to get suspended when I come home, but I decided that I wasn't going to get back to down right away, so I signed for Ballyclare Comrades, and I scored 33 goals from outside left in half a season, and every Irish League club that I played again wanted to sign me. Arch came to the door. They offered me £250 to sign and £8 a week. That wasn't bad in the 60s, but my father told him it wasn't enough. Don't come back, and that was it. I set out my time of the year. It was only about 6 months, and then I started back with Ballykilner, and then onto the down team.
For an old no vín dún, le tuairmí no, tuairmí tréna le radicúr no, Morris Hayes an guru bhí Jacob, agus dára sé rudaí fad da ríre go an Loachra Gael agus a gúrsaí pelle. Sé an chéad iad got a tracksuit Jacob, sé an chéad iad got a fisi Jacob, sé an chéad iad got a dochtúr lán amsir Jacob.
Béilte a ní trénail, béilte a ní cluthe, brógaí, a bhíon dhír an am sin don grá imráir, muris ó hé a ba cúis leis le córas mar sin a chur a bhhanú, a chur ar bun le locht le peladóí an dún. Agus bhí sogin go raibh siad san na fáil buntaiste nach raibh fáil ag na condaí eile.
Ní heile bhí a gceist nó ach líocht nó éad mar sin, ach chan an spread chuirt a ghoine, chan a bhíúdóibh gur a bhéadaló é dhéanamh.
In 1959 fuair an dún an lábhan uachtar rihan tuaisceart an cábhain chun craobh alla ó ruachtail den géadúir. Tháinig siad a dúin sin chun aithúirtar na gaiilehí I barca chrócaí.
Casamar lo ríis san cliffe lechanis na éir na barca chrócaí I níide chuigus a ní. Agus bhuamar ortha gan mór an stró. Bhí si go maith ach ní rá siad tagtha an uair sin.
Bhí díma anna chuid díine, ach ní raibh ordainge a bhí congracht an bhuireann mar bhí sin an plán a bhí a ging, bhí mar a chuine gomúfaí ording an bblion sin.
A lot of people said we could have beat Galway and went on, but Morris seemed to think we were there a year too early. But there was no doubt when we come back in 60 that we're just there at the right time.
Ba bhliain chinú noch é 1960 go chumman Loachra Gael. Tar éis gan dún comórtas na srathe agus craobh alla ruachtail, chaisiad ar uháilí sa chlufa leachcanis. Chríocht na fórne chóscór.
I scored a goal in 7 points, a penalty to draw it. Well, my mother, Lord of Mercy on her, she was shouting, don't take it, don't take it, don't take it. But I knew I was playing well that day, that I was going to score. And I just put her down on the spot, and Willie Nolan just stood there, and I stepped up and sent her by Willie into the net.
Bhí an dalabach sin, agus an danach sin, agus an sotal sin san irin sin, go róisiad níos fearr na duine bí eile. Agus thuisiad a rá in iad an círí, agus sílam go raibh muris ó hé a chur an mion sin ontu, mion na bua.
Croke Park, Dublin on 26th September 1960. A record attendance of nearly 88,000 people waited to see if a team from Northern Ireland could bring the All-Ireland Senior Football Championship across the border for the first time.
Scaillam hachtamach on Shamra Festis, Need for air at the Cleshant, Vishay, Casola, Vegastech, Cleshant, Tida, Tactus, you know, and made colour of the son. We just Daragagus, Dove.
Well, we knew if we had to win in All Ireland, we had to beat Kerry. And there was good sportsmen in Kerry at that time too. I don't know how many All Irelands Kerry had won, but they didn't want to give the Sam Maguire away.
And the same to you, says Paddy Doherty, as he quickly negatives the Kerry score. Then Paddy Doherty puts Down ahead with this free, 3 points to 2. And to show that Down could boast more than one sharpshooter, O'Neill added a similar score, Down 4 points, Kerry 2. Down were hitting a purple patch right now, and Jim McCartan stretched their lead to 3 points.
He played on, I suppose, one of the greatest half-forward lines of all time. You had James McCartan in the centre and Sean O'Neill at right half-forward. And Paddy Doherty on the left with the left leg, I think, was one of the best left-legged forwards that I have ever seen in my life.
Vi an lína lechach sin go hintach. Ag an náam sin fiúháin. Na fiúháin an you, bí se go hintach. Chrid se scanrú ar cosantóí ar bí ar fud na tíre.
Jim McCartan sends to Sean O'Neill. Sean crosses it into the square. Paddy Doherty's there, but he's pulled down. It's a penalty. Please, gentlemen.
And all of a sudden there was silence. But when I scored the goal, all hell broke loose, for they knew there was no road back for Kerry then.
Paddy Doherty takes the kick. It's another goal. Down are 2 goals in front.
Well, everybody just threw coach hats and everything up in the air. We knew we'd won All Ireland there, even though the crowd came onto the field before the match was over. Well, the only thing we were afraid of, that they were going to blow it off and replay it. Well, you mightn't beat Kerry so handy the next day. I would safely say that was the best team to come out of Down, the team to win, to bring the cup over the border for the first time. I had a poem one time at school, the Minstrel Boy, and Master Welsh said, "Do you think the Minstrel Boy will ever see Croke Park?" And when we won the first All Ireland, I sent him a postcard and I said, "The Minstrel Boy has seen Croke Park."
From early morning on Sunday, 24th September 1961, lovers of sport...
Má bhí blian raffar ag an dochirtach an 1960, tháinig casárthú an bhliain Dargéan.
Overhead flew the yellow, white and green colours of County Offaly and the red and black standard of County Down. At last, the man with the...
Bhíoch os ciún 8,000 duine láthair ag cluichí canis I léirn a nisisigus a rís. Ach don géad úi riamh agus don éan úi riamh gur cúi tinrah os ciún 9,000 duine. Bhín cluichí canis pellen na blian an 60 héan an dún agus óbháile.
Goalkeeper Willie Nolan leads his team from up. On the far side, Paddy Doherty heads the still reigning champion.
Kevin Musson was the captain. I was captain for the Ulster final, but I didn't go up to collect the trophy. I says, "Kevin, you're still captain. Go up and get the trophy." So Kevin went up. But in the semi-final, I was made captain, but I don't know how.
We Kevin and a captain, revision agus chailse áid. Le Langdon Tven Oile, agus Rashinda, agus big Paddy and the Shinshrig.
Paddy Doherty grabs the ball and puts down 1 point in front. Now Paddy Doherty gathers the ball, beats 2 men, kicks into Jim McCartan. McCartan shoots, it's a goal. Only 90 seconds later, a clearance comes to Paddy Doherty again. Paddy kicks over to Sean O'Neill. Another goal. Down's great fight back puts them in the lead. Down had other ideas, and the mighty Paddy Doherty puts them into effect. He kicks in, and Ben Morgan is there to score a goal. Tony Haddon punches the ball. Willie Nolan saves well, but Paddy Doherty restores Down's 4-point lead. Only seconds to go. Harry Donnelly brings Offaly within a single point of saving the day. But time is up. The 75th All-Ireland...
When I was going across to get John Maguire, Willie Nolan came across to me. Willie was the Offaly captain. Well, I thought a pity of Willie. I had the Sam Maguire and he had nothing. So he asked me for the ball. I says, Willie, if you can find Paddy for someone's, you can have the ball. For I'd give the ball to Paddy, a personal friend of mine.
You know, we say Brodul as in a captain and brew is smooth. We are now done years on Corn Gael, so there's a couple of fuckler.
I went up to get the Sam Maguire and George Tilney, Lord of Mercy, George dead. George was trying to tell me Gomila Mayogath and all this, but I says, George, I'm only a bricklayer and I'm after winning an All-Ireland. I'm not going to say very much. So I got up and I says, thanks awfully. And I 3 cheers for Offaly, and that was it, the way I went. I would safely say that was the shortest speech in history.
He put you on the All-Ireland captain's team.
I did, Willie. I said it was a prince of half.
But he knew option that he had to do that.
He did.
Well, I captained down to win an All-Ireland, that was me satisfied.
And I tell you what...
Níor tháinig éon bhuailú ar mór ná na dua as an dún, ach é de chuile chluficanis alles na seascadaí. A chóiciid sé 7 mblion orthab chluficanis na héireann a bhaint amach a ríist.
Sure, my back was sore, you see.
I often think, what would you have done if you had been fit?
Well, we've got new faces to come up to 68. There was only 4 of the old faces, Don McCartan, Sean O'Neill, Joe Lennon and myself.
The amazing Paddy, who has already scored a goal and 21 points in the championship this year, and that makes it a goal and 22. It's over the bar. Across the goal mouth, Paddy Doherty has it just outside the parallelogram, and Paddy trying to make his way in on the backs, making sure he doesn't, as the referee has blown his whistle and awards a 14-yard free to Down. And it's over the bar for another point for Down. Paddy Doherty, the scorer, making it 2-4 to 5 points. And that means that Paddy Doherty is way out now as the leading scorer of this 1968 championship. In the centre of the field is Sean O'Neill. Sean selling a dummy, going right through now. Passing to Paddy Doherty. Paddy Doherty over the bar and another point for Down. Paddy Doherty, sharpshooter deluxe, sending that one over to make the score. 2 goals and 6 points. Sean's got it. Pitching it across the centre now, Michael Cole. Tackled by Tony O'Sullivan. Back to Paddy Doherty now. Paddy takes a shot and it's another point for Down.
Mick O'Dwyer asked me how long it was to go. And I says, tell him 365 days, Mick.
Belted into the sideline and there's the final whistle. And Down have won the All-Ireland.
Going around Joe Layden. Gives it back to Paddy Doherty. And Paddy, a very slick one over the bar. Paddy Doherty, the scorer. A very good point by Paddy Doherty, and Ulster are now 2 goals clear, 2 goals and 8 points.
Vi baun an bóthíarnig a Paddy Doherty solar bhuaig sé craibh na héireann. Bhí sé ar iarn alla a bhuaig an Railway Cup nó comórtas bóthíarn sa bliain 1960. An sunda bhí anna réir fadaigh alla ins na seascadaí. De bhúdar a seasca 3, seasca 4, seasca 5 agus seasca 6. Cerachín as a chéile, as bhí an dochart a gimmart gach éon uair, agus é mar chaptéan a rian alla sa bliain 1964.
It's an honour to play for your province. And Calvin and Down and Tyrone men and Derry all linked well together. We didn't like to get bit in the Railway Cup.
He Shaskas Cuig, he Cliffhager Ola agus Connacht, he Breffni Park, agus on Lashin we settled done. Tógáil na kicking a sear the Connacht agus vi Paddy Doherty. Tógáil na sear kicking a do Ola.
Cheryl scored 10 and I scored 12. Now the two of us missed a free kick that day. And Johnny Garrity said to me, Paddy, you'll not beat me. I said, I'll try, Johnny. But I put them over the bar, and Johnny said when it was over, he says, Paddy, you didn't beat me under, but you beat me over.
So in láine tá cúig bhain idir chúige go ge chomá leis na buine léir agus buine sa habhúise comá.
Taréis gon dún clufi canis olla a cháile I 6 gannaí, Loachra Paddy sus bún a thuirta chitóig umráiteach. Ach bhí rion down fáca ag an gitó céanna fork na pelle Gael.
Good lively football, good exciting football. Joe Lennon gets this ball in two. Brian Johnston to Paddy Doherty. And Paddy Doherty has a chance. And tries a beautiful ball in the back of the net.
Well, I was leading scorer in Ireland for 3 years. I think 136 points was my top score. I was leading in Ulster nearly 8 or 9 years. And if I had continued on, I was going to be the first player to score 1,000 points. But I've 980 something.
I have mentioned that about the Millennium team.
You should have been on the Millennium team.
And the sole reason about the Millennium team because Pat Spillane won 8 All-Ireland medals.
Ach, Anna character go job, Paddy. Anna character go job. Bishín the simul margana. Nero, Iri an Arger beyond, Ke Grosha Intach mar Fellador. Agus go veda che ve in the broadwellach ni hishan and sort dinner Paddy. Character Intach beyond vi a Hlí hen again.
For Anna Cleiste. For Anna Cleiste, Paddy, agus Anna heimige a gorsa vi simhar varige in sna couple.
Oh, like a wee flutter on the horses now. I go to Cheltenham all the time. Ah, well, I was always a gambling man all my life, but not smoking or drinking. I had to do something around.
Ach mar a stúl go minic go scothimleir I áirithe, chua Paddy am an bainisteachta a chundé dúchas scatha. Bhín chitóg sin dúsí ríist as a collo.
I came out in an Ulster Championship semi-final. I think it was again Cavan, but I don't know, right, scored 4 points. But I didn't want to play in the Ulster final for Down played terrible well in the Ulster final. They beat Derry, a bagful. And then on the All-Ireland semi-final against Galway. But Galway got the better of us and then asked me to go into sub at half-time. But it still made no difference. It was, the sell-by date was going.
Go garad na dhéag sin, well, ní dálan gur lean Paddy a róáda mar bhainisteoir an dún. Ach bhí sé mar bhainisteoir ar an nóra bhódar créomhalla.
I'm the team manager. My nephew Mark trains the team and Rachel Mason is his lector. We have a very young team and we've only 4 or 5 senior members, and my own son, he's going to play the year if he gets off time from the nursing. But we'll field the team anyway, in a couple of years' time we'll see how we'll go.
For year ó hef Paddy Doherty de, ní rairig len a club Ballykinler craif cúnda an dún a bhucht an tríomh. Ach ní eiscach de I measc imróí múra a linne, mar ghuiine nármhúi craif a cúnda héin.
Well, we won 2 Senior League A, but we lost 2 championship finals to Newry Mitchell. It was disappointing because I'd like to have won a Down Senior Championship medal, but can't do much about it now.
In Amshire Paddy, bwlior mar rúis an dearag agus dubhachatha. Gan caintir bu ríciocht, ná chosta sí.
Well, I don't think the players should be paid. Keep the amateurism, but they shouldn't be out of pocket for training and travelling to matches and all. But they should be getting every perk that's going. In Southern Ireland, they're going to get exempt from tax. I would like to know, what is the Northern players going to be exempt too from tax?
This is one of the great moments when you'd wish time to stand still.
Every holder of an All-Ireland medal should be offered a ticket. They would pay for it, not for nothing. Give them the opportunity of buying a ticket, not be going begging all the time of county boards and all.
You remember young Peter O'Loughlin, of course.
Tríhún ila éireann, och cín do chraibh chaola. Corran an bhuairíoinn faoi chúig. Ach de bhléisiir sin ar fad, persa ar léthe an dohartach, nach deagan chun cín ach go hanamh sa féil ghailach.
And there we stood talking of days that are gone, while
I've no regrets because I won 3 All-Ireland medals and met quite a lot of friends. And I think it'd be a big of an honour for me playing in Croke Park in an All-Ireland final than playing in an Irish Cup final.
To be back where dark morn sweeps down to the sea.